Welcome to the November episode of Let's Talk Tech. My goal is always to continue to provide you with learning opportunities and an understanding of the progression of technology in our world, and in particular, the village. Over the past, I've mentioned the importance of learning. If you aren't participating in any of the great technology classes here in the village, the PC Club has really ramped up their monthly offerings, and there are so many really great choices. Also, the Mac Club always offers classes, and another favorite of mine is called Senior Planet, which is a spin-off of AARP. Their virtual classes are free. Every week you get an email, and it covers a ton of really fun and great informative topics. If you follow my Facebook page called Let's Talk Tech with Debbie Dotson, I often share my favorite classes there as well. But this month, I have some exciting news. Did you know that you can now stream Village television with our new app? It is so cool. This is a wonderful option, particularly for those residents who primarily watch their content via streaming, which is now becoming a lot more commonplace. Or if you travel away from the village and to other locations and you don't want to miss out on all the happenings here in Laguna Woods Village while you are gone, you can watch using the streaming app. To stream content using any app, you're going to need an internet-connected device, such as a smart TV, a computer, a tablet, or your phone. And of course, you'll need a high-speed internet connection. And this is important so that all the content streams smoothly. And you'll need a compatible web browser, depending on the device that you're using. You can also have a media player that's built into your TV or something like a DVR that accepts the app. Once you have these things in place, you can start streaming your favorite movies, TV shows, or music with just a few clicks or taps. So on the screen right now, you see a picture of the Village TV app. This free app is available at the Google Play Store and the Apple Store. This allows you to add it to your mobile phones and most tablets. And if you have a Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, or in some cases in the App Store for your particular TV model, it is super easy to add. Some brands of TVs may not offer this app yet, but if you don't find it, check back later. All of these great options do require smart TV, which we have mentioned many times over the last year or more. If you don't have a newer TV, less than about 5 or 7 years, it may be time to think about buying one. However, if your TV has an HDMI connection right now, you can also add a streaming device very inexpensively. The great news is that there are so many inexpensive options, comparatively speaking, and with holiday sales coming up, you may find a great bargain on that new smart TV. So here's how to find it in the Google Play Store for Android devices and in the Apple Store for iPhones and iPads. So first, if you have an Android device, go to the Google Play Store, search Village Television, find the app, and click Install. If you have an Apple device, go to the Apple Store and search for Village Television and click Get. And it is as simple as that. There'll be a lot more information on this to come, but this is just a quick tutorial on getting it from the App Store and now adding it to a Roku TV. So to add the new Village TV app to your Roku TV or Roku device, you simply go to your home screen. From there, you will want to go to the streaming store and search. And I happen to have already had Village TV there, so I will go ahead, but you would actually type in Village Television into the search box and you will see the Village Television app come up. I'm going to go over there now and I'm going to choose it. And it asks me if I want to add the app, and I do. and it tells me that it's okay. And I can move it into my screen and use your voice. And I can say, press and hold on my voice control and tell it to open it. Or I can just go from there. So open app. I'm going to click open app. And from there, you'll see that you have your live stream. And if you just go up to the live stream and you click on it and hit play, there you go. That's as simple as it is to add the Village TV app to your Roku TV or Roku streaming device. Once you have the app installed, you simply click on it to open and watch Village TV in real time. Of course, just like before, you can still subscribe to the YouTube channel of Village Television, and that will provide your content on demand and at any time. So that's so cool, right? I am so excited about this app. But it's November, so let's talk turkey. Streaming is here and it's staying and growing. And it's not just about technology, it's about cost. Like everything, prices are going up and Village Television has been facing skyrocketing transmission costs. Fiscally, a change is going to be necessary. For example, in 2010, a gallon of milk cost about $3.26. Today, a gallon of milk costs, about $3.95. And that's just an average annual increase of about 1.5%. During this same time period, local TV retransmission fees have increased in every year by about 21%. So that same gallon of milk at that same rate for those transmission fees, that would cost us $38.85 today. That's crazy. Rising programming costs, most notably for broadcast TV and sports, they continue to be the biggest factors driving our price increases here. For example, in 2020, KCBS was a 28% increase, KABC a 35% increase in 21, KNBC a 32% increase in 2022, and KTTV a 28% increase in 2023. Sports channels cost this community over $800,000 per year. Sports channels increase by approximately 15% or more every year. The current projections without a change will put the GRF cost to purchase programming at nearly $9 million by 2029. This is untenable in the senior community. Compared to 5 years ago, the TV landscape is now undeniably and vastly different from what it once was. With the rise of over-the-top subscription services such as Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime Video, together with the majority of broadcast and cable networks offering unheard of amounts of viewing and all these options, how the average person consumes TV content has changed immensely, and it's going to continue to do so in the future. So we here in the Village have to look to the future, and that is a lot closer than we really think. So let's look at a few things regarding this ever-changing landscaping of programming. For Showtime, GRF broadband charges $15.68 per month. We have just 277 subscribers out of our over 12,000 possible homes. You can now buy Paramount packaged with Showtime for just $11.99 a month as a streaming option on your TV. They often offer free trials or discounts, making it even more affordable. The team at GRF Broadband encourages our residents to cancel that $15.68 subscription and buy the streaming option to save $4 or more every month on just those two channels. For HBO, GRF Broadband charges $18.11 a month, and there are just 546 subscribers. You could buy Max, the new app, now just as a streaming app with basic subscription of about $11. Cinemax GRF broadband charges $14.96 a month with just a mere 84 subscribers, and that app is now built into Max as well. And Stars GRF broadband charges $14.96 per month for just 191 subscribers. You can subscribe to their streaming service for just $8.99 a month, and they have a trial offer for a few months at just $5 a month. But just like our costs are going up for the programming, note the prices for streaming will also increase. Recently, Netflix not only tightened their use of sharing passwords, but increased their monthly fees too. But every time those prices go up, that means overall programming here are going to go up as well. And that's a loss for everyone's pocketbook. But in the future, streaming will still be the best deal going forward. And there's a couple of things I wanted to bring your attention to in case you didn't know. There are some new additions to our regular cable option at Village Television at no charge. Those are Newsnet and Sports News Highlights. Those are both news type channels. But remember, if you have a smart TV, a Roku, or an Amazon Fire Stick, you have hundreds of free channels available to you that include news options. And if you go to the App Store built into your TV, you can add apps for news from all over the country and even your hometown, such as Detroit or Des Moines. There are so many options for viewing right now, and there are just not enough hours in the day to do it all. And next up, we'll talk about scams again, which is a very popular topic here at Let's Talk Tech.
A will is not enough to avoid probate. However, if you have a will, a trust, a complete estate plan, then you will avoid probate. We encourage you to come meet with us. It's complimentary. We'll review the estate plan, make sure that it's current, covers all of your assets, and you're actually protected.
I'd like to personally thank LS Carlson Law for all my family's estate planning needs. I highly recommend them to everyone.
Hi, I'm Linda Honey. I'd be happy to help you and your family. Please call us today.
Welcome back. Over the past 2 years, we've discussed spam and scams a lot, but sadly, despite the amount of airtime here in the national news and in print, senior scams are at an all-time high. I cannot impress upon you enough that no legitimate bank or service will text you or email you demanding an immediate response. You should obtain the actual phone number from your bank to have on file, or call the number on your bank statement or the back of your credit card to verify anything. You should call them with a number that you know is valid. It should go without saying, though, that you should never share your birth date, social security number, or anything that is personal with anyone over the phone or text unless you know who you are actually communicating with. And then I still wouldn't use text unless I was absolutely certain the recipient of the text was legitimate. It is a rampant scam right now, these texts. But I want to cover the latest surge in cybercrime that actually involves the use of artificial intelligence, which I've talked about before, AI, where the voices of your family and friends can be simulated to try and frighten you into sending money. Imposter scammers are using artificial intelligence to sound more and more like your family members in distress. People are falling for it and losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. And although imposter scams come in many forms, they essentially work the same way. A scammer impersonates someone trustworthy, a child, grandchild, or a friend, and convinces the victim to send them money because they're in distress. I've mentioned these calls in the past, such as the one where they call pretending to be your grandchild in trouble who needs money. But now they have the ability to use a voice that sounds exactly like your grandchild. So you might say, how can you protect yourself from this? And let me give you some ideas. If you receive a call like this, the very first thing you should do is take a deep breath. Calmness and keeping your head and wits about you is the best defense. Crooks will rely upon you freaking out and bending to their will because you're so worried. They will scare you to make you react quickly and without normal consideration. And that's their plan to get what they want. If a loved one tells you they need money, put that call on hold and try calling your family member separately. If a suspicious call comes from a family member's number, understand too that it can be spoofed. Spoofing is using an actual number, but it isn't coming from the real phone. And oftentimes they want you to buy gift cards. Never pay people in gift cards because those are hard to trace. And be wary of any requests for cash. The chance of this call being legitimate is about the same as you winning the lottery. Not likely. From my very first show 2 years ago until now, my recommendation has stayed the same. Just hang up. But if you've already engaged with the scammer via phone or text, stop replying, block, and report the number. Don't ever reply to wrong number texts. As these calls get more and more sophisticated and the voices sound real, you should also sit down with your family and friends to discuss creating a safe word or phrase, something that only you would know. For example, maybe you all took a family trip many years ago and there was something that you enjoyed seeing during that trip. Let's say you went to Hawaii and you went to Diamond Head. Your safe password might be Diamond Head. You would ask the caller for that password during the call. Say, where did we go back on our trip? They won't know. And so if they don't know, you're going to go, okay, this is a scam, and then hang right up. On the screen right now, you're going to see some different things that you can do if you do get scammed or get a scam call. And I hope that you'll take the time to do these things. The Federal Trade Commission is your first stop. On the screen right now is an 800 number, or you can fill out their online form. If you lost money or have information about the scammer, you can also report it at reportfraud.fct.gov. You can also call the FBI. You can call or contact the FCC, Federal Communications Agency. You can also call local police, Orange County Sheriffs. You can also call your state consumer protection office or the U.S. Department of Treasury. You can actually report scams to them. And you can forward spam text to a government agency to 7726, which is GSMA. Don't worry about that, but 7726 is where you forward a scam text. And of course, add your number to the do not call registry. Now, I've done that many times and I still get spam calls, but it does help to register with the do not call. So I would recommend that. In general, the best way to avoid these possible scams is to stop them by hanging up, not responding to a text, and ignoring them. No one is going to coerce you into something unless you allow it. You are the best defense by not letting it happen. So even if they make it seem like life and death, it isn't. That is how they get you, by causing you stress. Don't fall for it. Let calm thinking prevail. By embracing innovative security measures, staying informed, and educating yourself and others, you can significantly reduce your vulnerability to these scams. In this digital age, proactive and preventative measures are crucial to protect personal and financial well-being. Be skeptical about any request. Legitimate companies will never call, email, or text you asking for personal information like your Social Security number or your username, password, account number, or PIN number. Maintain your vigilance and be resistant to pressure. Phone scammers may spoof, as I mentioned earlier, the number so it looks like it's someone else calling you, and then pressure you to act immediately. Just resist the demands to act quickly and just hang up. And I've said this also before, be careful about clicking when you're online. Before clicking on any email or text links, hover over the link with your cursor to see the full URL. That's the address. If you're not sure that it's safe, just don't click on it. And be smart about your passwords. Always use a different strong password for each of your accounts. Keep track of multiple and complicated passwords by using a password manager or some type of online vault. So let's lighten up a little bit. Let's have some news from the world of tech. So, you know our friends Google, they're always on the forefront of everything. So right now, Google has offered something new. It's changing how you log into your account. It should really make it easier for you. So they're offering the use of passkeys, which means instead of typing in your password, when you log in to your account, you'll log in with the same PIN, Face ID, or thumbprint that you use now to unlock whatever device you're using. A passkey is an alphanumeric string that is completely unique to you and can be used to let you into your accounts without using a traditional password. If you've been prompted by Google to set up a passcode at your sign-in, you might want to go ahead and follow the instructions to set this up. It will make it a lot easier to get into your Google account. And don't forget about two-factor authentication, adding on that second way so that you're always safe when you're logging in. And our friends at Apple are offering a new option too. You can now use Siri to dial in from iPhones, iPads, or your Mac. You can simply ask Siri to dial a number or ask it to call a person in your contacts or even answer the phone for you. Taking some time to set up your contacts, particularly emergency contacts, if you haven't already done that, can really help you in a situation where you might not be able to reach your device, but you can call out to Siri to help you. That does it for another episode. That was a quick one. I enjoy doing this show so much, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me at talktech949@gmail.com. It's up on your screen. And as we close the show, remember to think before you click and be kind when you're posting online. See you soon.